Okay, it's that time again. Which I guess for the last 2 weeks or whatever, I've missed it. But um, or maybe it was only one. No, it's two. Yeah, two. 2 weeks now. I've missed it. I think. Anyway, top 10 most pirated movie. See, they keep changing that. See up there up top. It says top 10 most torrented pirated movies. They keep changing it. Sometimes it says pirated. Sometimes it's a torrent. Whatever. Of the week, 5/17/2021. Every week we take a close look at the pirated movies, the torrent sites, blah, blah, blah. Mortal Kombat tops the chart, followed by Nobody, Godzilla vs. Kong completes the top three. Huh? Godzilla vs. Kong still up there, isn't it? Data is for informational, educational reference only. Download statistics meant to provide further insight of piracy trends. I have 4 new entries. They said new this time. They don't always. Sometimes they just say entries, and it's like, I assume you mean entering the list. New, whatever. This week they actually do say new. This week we have 4 new entries in the list. Mortal Kombat is the most downloaded title. The film can be watched online legally on HBO Max, but that's not yet available around the world. The most torrented movies for the week ending on May 17th are, and the winners are, well, winners, losers? I don't know what you'd call. The movies are number 1, and it was also at 1 last week, Mortal Kombat, scoring a 6.4 at IMDb. I have not watched it. I'm sure I will sooner or later. I've heard, I can't remember who was it. The Critical Drinker or somebody, maybe. Or maybe it was Az from Heel versus Babyface. I don't remember. Somebody or other, I noticed mentioned something about how Kano, who's a bad guy, of course. Anybody who knows anything about Mortal Kombat knows Kano's a bad guy. Is apparently like one of the highlights of the film. Like apparently he's pretending to be a good guy to begin with, and he's supposedly like funny and whatnot, and just it's like, yeah, if only he turned out to be a good guy, then it would have been a good movie. But instead, it's like, no, he turns out to be a bad guy. It kind of ruins the whole thing because he's the most interesting character. I'm not surprised. 6.4. I mean, that's not too bad, but it's not super impressive either. Of course, then again, Godzilla vs. Kong, definitely a good movie. It's only 6.7, so it's only 0.3 up from Mortal Kombat. Anyway, like I said, I'm sure I'll watch it at some point, but I haven't yet. At number 2, last week it was number 3, Nobody, 7.5. No idea what the fuck that is. This week, number 3. Last week, number 4. So it's actually climbing back up. Godzilla vs. Kong, 6.7. Seen it. Made a review about it. It's good. Go see it. Number 4, new entry, Those Who Wish Me Dead. Never heard of it. 6.1. At number 5 this week. Last week at number 2, Tom Clancy's Without Remorse. Not familiar with it. Didn't know that was a thing. 5.8. Tom Clancy's been dead for quite a while, hasn't he? I guess maybe they're still making movies out of his books that he wrote that hadn't yet had that treatment done. Last week, number 6. This week, number 6 is Zack Snyder's Justice League. An incredible 8.4. Like I said, didn't hate it, but certainly after watching Mauler rip at a new asshole, it's like, yeah. I think everybody else was a little hyped up for it, and they're seeing it through rose-colored glasses or whatever. Watching Mauler's review kind of brings back some sanity and makes you realize that, yeah, it's really not actually as good as everybody's claiming it to be, is it? New entry at number 7, The Woman in the Window. Not heard of that one. 5.8. This week, number 8. Last week, number 6, The Marksman. 5.6. Haven't seen it. Not going to, don't think. I'm not like... number 9, new entry, Great White. 3.9. I'm assuming at such a low rating at IMDb, and the name, I'm guessing that it's probably a really cheap ass shark film. I might watch that actually. I mean, I have watched a number of really shitty shark films in the past, and sometimes they're fun, even though they're utter garbage. There's one. What was it? I can't remember if there was one that was actually that. Oh, it seems like maybe there's some shark movie that I never have gotten around to getting from Riff Tracks that they riffed. I want to say that maybe it was like an Italian movie or something. I think it may be the one where there's a giant shark and it's just like the special effect is practically a still picture of the shark with an open mouth, and then superimposed some idiot on a jet ski that just goes sailing into its mouth. It's pathetic. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah. I haven't seen that, but I have to assume that it's surely a really funny riff. New entry at number 10, Oxygen 6.5. No clue what the hell that would be. I mean, it could be like the Oxygen Network could have be something to do with estrogen with women and women's interests or something. I don't know, or it could be some cool outer space thing where they're running out of oxygen. Who knows? Seems like there's a lot of these movies that have really kind of not exactly super descriptive titles. The Great White Thing, I actually am kind of interested in that. Actually, we'd never do this, so fuck it. Let's go ahead and take a look at. Yep, there we go. Fun-filled flight into remote atoll turns into a nightmare for 5 passengers when their seaplane is destroyed in a freak accident and they are trapped on a raft 100 miles from shore with man-eating sharks lurking beneath the surface. Huh. I have no idea. I don't know. At some point I might try to watch that sometime or other. But fuck it. Let's go ahead and check out Oxygen 2. What the hell is that? Oxygen original title. So it's a foreign language film. Woman cryogenic chamber. No recollection of how she got there. She's running out of oxygen. Must rebuild her memory and find a way out of her nightmare. Okay, that sounds weird. I don't know. It might be good. Although that description makes it sound like it may have been something they did on a tight budget, and it's just like, yeah, you know what? Why don't we make this as fucking cheap as we possibly can? It's got a tiny, cast and almost nobody does anything or something. I don't know. You never know. Some movies like that can be really good, and some movies like that can totally suck. But anyway, there we go. There's the top 10. Like I said, none of them. I've not seen anything new recently. I mean, on here, it's like I might try. Now that I've seen that, I might, see what that is. I might try to look at Oxygen. Maybe I wouldn't count on it, but maybe. Great White. I might check that out at some point. No hurry, of course. Marksman. It's like, I mean, we could glance at these, but fuck it. Maybe next week. But Mortal Kombat is the only one for sure that I'm going to commit to seeing at some point. I'm just not sure when. Maybe while it's still on the list. Anyway. So that's that. Until the next one.